Namaste, namaskaram, vanakkam, namo namaha, jai Ganesha. Please visit our website at classicalyoga.org, and there's a donate button if you'd like to help us out. Today's podcast. Do you pray? Or do you pray? Or are you pray? What a difference one letter makes. Same pronunciation. What is it to pray? P-R-A-Y. It is to ask, to beseech, to request, to invoke, to invocate, to implore, to entreat, to cry for. In other words, a heartfelt, if you will, feeling expressed in mental thoughts and hopefully actions, wishing well to another, praying hopefully for something in a positive way rather than praying for something in a nefarious way. This is really compassion. However, what is it to pray over someone? P-R-E-Y. Pray in that sense is quarry. It is pillage, to plunder, to dupe, to loot, to kill. To pray, P-R-E-Y, is not coming from a soulful, compassionate point of view. It's coming more from an outer and an egotistical point of view. In prayer, there is emotion, and it is most often the emotion of devotion, and devotion in the sense of religious devotion, which epitomizes all the religions of the world are their acts of devotion, their songs, their prayers, their scriptural readings. So devotion is the really secret ingredient of life. For when one prays upon someone, P-R-E-Y, there's also emotion and devotion to something less than positive, if you will. There's generally a hard ego-driven motive behind P-R-E-Y, pray. So though devotion is the secret ingredient of life, see how it must be predicated upon a certain sense of ethics, of morality? That's why in the Hindu Yoga Dharma, the first yoga is Karma Yoga, the Hindu understanding of ethics and selfless service. And the second yoga then is Bhakti Yoga, or devotion. Karma must be first, for we can be devoted to the wrong thing, to a mistake. So simply praying for someone is simply an act of compassion, well wishes to our fellow human beings. Praying over someone, P-R-E-Y, has an agenda, a motive of taking. And certainly, this has been seen by Hindus throughout the ages as one after another. Invaders have invaded India, and by extension, the Hindu Yoga Dharma, preying upon the knowledge, the wisdom of Hinduism, preying on the commodities within Mother India. Today people see a very poor country in many ways, but you know, invaders don't invade a poor country. They invade because there's riches there. There are riches there. Textiles, spices, gems, diamonds, gold. The common denominator for all invaders, all those who prey, P-R-E-Y, upon other civilizations, prey upon the land. So shame on those who have preyed, P-R-E-Y-E-D, on others, and continue to prey on others. But here's where the third part of the equation comes into play. Are you prey? Are you the victim? And there are victims, of course. But victim mentality is when one fails to understand, well, why? Why has the Hindu Yoga Dharma been pilfered from, invaded, right up to the present with the modern spurious yoga movement that's completely divorced from Hinduism? Why? Because many Hindus are just so complacent, so unconcerned, so cowardly, perhaps, so misunderstanding the basic Sanskrit principle of ahimsa. It means nonviolence, but it doesn't mean that one can't confront and speak up. And certainly the vast majority of Hindus, when it comes to their finances and other areas of life, they would certainly speak up. They would certainly defend them. So when it comes to the Hindu Dharma, they need to exercise the same wisdom and stand up just like Ganesha is, to protect his mother, to protect the Dharma, to protect the Hindu Dharma. As Hindus, we can also draw inspiration from our several youthful, loving Hindu warriors. All three must go together: youthful, loving, warrior. And by youthful, we're not simply talking about age. It's finding that loving warrior spirit that does epitomize the mindset of youth. We have Skanda Muruga, we have Krishna, we have Hanumanji, we have Durga Ma, youthful, loving warriors. So pray for others, wish them well. Do not prey on others, and do not become prey. As Hindus, we should follow the light triad and basically seek a commonality with humanity, a Kantianism, where we do things not for an ulterior motive, just because it's the right thing to do, as opposed to the dark triad, which is epitomized by narcissism, the mindset of those who prey, P-R-E-Y, on others, and even worse, becoming Machiavellian, when we naturally assume it's just the right thing to do to take from others. This is how you get ahead in life. You may enjoy listening to several other podcasts we've done concerning this. One in particular about the praying mantis. Very interesting. Though it's called the praying mantis, P-R-A-Y-I-N-G, it is really a formidable prayer, P-R-E-Y-E-R, kind of a ninja of the insect world. So pray for others, but don't be prey for others. Stand up to their nefarious motive of simply wanting to take. Listen to our podcast on the one true God, which was inspired by listening to the current Republican candidate for president, Vivek Ramaswamy, who gets prayed over, P-R-E-Y-E-D, by a Christian. And he humbly bows his head and says, "Thank you." Come on, Hindus, this is where you have to step up to the plate. Know your boundaries, know who you are, and do your purvapaksha on, in this case, Christianity. Know what they believe. When they use the word God, they're not talking about Shiva or Vishnu or Krishna or Ganesha, or certainly not Kali or Durga. They mean the one God from the Abrahamic tradition, that is a father that has one and only one son, Jesus, and then somehow many of them think that Jesus is also the same God from which he was born. Go figure that one out. But it's totally disingenuous to both Christians and Hindus for Hindus to use the word God. They're getting preyed upon. Use your own Sanskrit, Tamil, Hindu terms and concepts, which, remember, existed for thousands of years before the word God was ever invented, before Christianity was ever invented. Brahman, Ishvara, Ishvari, Mahadev, Mahadevi, Isana, Kumari. All beautiful Sanskrit, Tamil, Hindu terms, you see. So leave God and Lord to Christianity for The Christian will never say to thee, Kali, Durga, Krishna, Vishnu, Shiva bless thee. Can't you see this is not Christianity? So pray for your fellow human beings. Wish them well. Don't prey upon others, but be strong. When you're preyed upon, Preyed, stand up. Proudly proclaim to be a Hindu. Jai Hindu Yoga Dharma.